Summary of poem Bright Star. Would I were steadfast as thou art by John Keats. The bright star, I want to be as steady and unchanging as you are. But I don't want to hang alone in the night sky with my eyes always open like a hermit who never goes to sleep, watching the oceans wash the shores like a priest washes people to clean them, or looking at the fresh snow on the mountains and hills. I don't want to be still in that way, but I do want to be steady and unchanging. I want to lie on my beautiful lover's chest, always feeling it rise and fall, and always hearing her breathe in and out. I want to live like that forever, or I want to die.
About the poet. John Keats was a significant figure in a literary movement called Romanticism. Romanticism began around 1790 and continued into the 1820s, when Keats was writing. Comparing the Romantics to the poetry and ideas that were popular in Europe before they came along is the best way to understand them and what they stood for. The 18th century is often referred to as the Enlightenment because it was a time when intellectuals and writers valued reason and order and tried to organize society and art like science. This emphasis on reason was limiting for early Romantic writers like Wordsworth and Coleridge because it ignored all the creative and vibrant aspects of the human spirit. It produced poetry devoid of any spark. They tried to bring poetry back to life by turning to the strange, the magical, and the archaic. The second generation of Romantic poets included Keats. He was born in 1795, just as the movement was getting started. Along with his friends Byron and Shelley, Keats tried to revive the movement. The early Romantic poets, like Wordsworth and Coleridge, were thought to have become too traditional as they got older by this younger generation. Some Romantic poems, like Coleridge's Kubla Khan, are more direct about these intellectual conflicts. However, Bright Star shows some signs of the poetry wars of the late 18th and early 19th centuries, especially in its structure. Bright Star is a Shakespearean sonnet, and it shares more with the passionate, exaggerated love sonnets of the Renaissance than with the cold, mathematical poetry of the 18th century. Petrarch, an Italian poet, popularized the sonnet form. In the 16th century, poets like Sir Thomas Wyatt translated Petrarch's sonnets into English. For instance, see his Whoso List to Hunt. At its core, the sonnet is made for love poetry, despite its gradual expansion to address religious and political issues. Keats brings back the form by going back to its roots as love poetry. By doing this, he shows his loyalty to earlier styles of writing that are full of deep, irrational passion.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.